Alrighty folks, this is the new Warzone 2023 map URZIKSTAN, which releases on December 13th, and as you will see, this is a gorgeous, dense, nostalgic Warzone map, which plenty of people are saying is Verdansk vibes, which is great. However, I think URZIKSTAN will stand on its own as a solid map. There's so much to get stuck into though with the Modern Warfare 3 era of Warzone, the map, the movement, quality of life changes, so hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and let's discuss whilst my incredible gameplay plays in the background. Oh wait, that's actually not my gameplay, that's professional player Skullface I'm spectating, that's my bad. But should we begin with the map quickly? Well then, URZIKSTAN is absolutely packed with buildings. Honestly, there's like barely any areas of the map which are open fields, which means a couple of things like less reliance on boring assault rifles that do everything, and instead maybe focusing on an SMG for those close quarters pushes, and snipers will surely be back in their glory days in a map like this with so many incredible vantage points, aka camping spots, aka I'm going to be sat on these buildings with my sniper, or should I say my one-shot sniper, more on that in a bit perhaps. There is also significant areas of water on the map, but don't start typing angry comments just yet, because Raven have listened and gave everyone a pistol to use under the water, no matter if you have a pistol equipped or not, which means no more cheesy deaths to players that just arrive back in the game from a late game gulag. And speaking of the gulag, I believe there's multiple variations of the shower gulag in this map, and also there's like gulags where it just has so much money on the ground, so you could come back and get a mega regain. But I did enjoy this 1v1 environment. However, my first gripe with the game is one variation of the gulag is this random night vision gulag, and I'm not just saying this because I lost the fight, but I don't think this was a good idea, and I'd just rather fight regularly where I can just see with light, you know. Also, there's no flag to capture in this gulag anymore. There's now a zipline that you can hit to escape without needing to kill your enemy. And when you get back above ground, you'll see loads of ziplines, including horizontal ziplines this time, which is great for flanking the pesky campers, which will inevitably infest the massive buildings on URZIKSTAN. And I'm totally fine with that, even as a self-confessed camper myself. I'm like, you know, bring it on. Redeploy drones are in day one, and boy do they launch you like a cannonball. The train on this map is a genuine hotspot since it's got a buy station and a UAV tower on it, but it can also be driven. You can speed it up, you can stop it, putting it in reverse Terry. The train could actually be a huge part of this map, and I'm into it. And lastly, on the map, I saw tons of buy stations dotted around, and I was never really in a crazy trek to find one when I needed it, which is good because I remember when Almaza first came out, there was like one buy station for every 5 square miles, so that's a good sign that Raven are indeed listening. And let's talk gameplay, and let's cut to the chase with the movement mechanics of MW3, which will be the foundation for Warzone going forward. It's honestly everything I could have hoped for. Everything is so fluid, mantling is so quick, and your gun come up so fast after you dolphin dive. Slide speed has been improved, and of course slide cancelling makes a return, with the caveat that it doesn't reset your tac sprint this time. It's just effective for duking away from enemies, which I am all for. Even reload cancelling makes a return to the game. It's gone are the days where the game forces you to reload because you took the mag out of the gun. It's like Sledgehammer and Raven know they're making it an arcade shooter, not a, I don't know, hyper realistic milsim, so thank God for that. And you might have noticed that I've basically had my gas mask equipped in every single bit of footage playing in the background, and that's because we can now manually equip and unequip the gas masks. So in theory, that should mean no more mid-gunfight deaths in the endgame because your soldier put the gun away to equip your mask. As far as I could tell though, you could go into your backpack, and it's an evolved backpack, by the way, which returns. You can go to the gas mask and stow it into your backpack, but if your backpack is already full, you have to either wear it or drop it. And I don't know if there was a single button you could press to equip or unequip the gas mask, but the whole rummaging around the backpack thing for it seemed a little unnecessary, especially when there wasn't really much drawback from just wearing it the full game. You can see like the goggles slightly around the screen, and I think your operator breathes a bit heavy whilst wearing it, but I think that could do with some work. And yep, the backpack is back, like I say, but now with dedicated ammo spots like Warzone 1 had. So again, in theory, we shouldn't be all running around picking up every single bit of AR ammo we see and have no room for plates, so that is a welcome change. Don't get me wrong though, at one point I swore I was spectating a player who had like 1,000,000 airstrikes stowed in their backpack, which isn't ideal for spam. I wonder if maybe like the dedicated ammo spots we have, maybe we could also have a dedicated kill streak spot in the backpack so we can avoid that, or other players, some players would rather hoard self-revives and just pop them repeatedly in the gas. So, you know, I'm a little bit concerned about another like cheesy endgame situation arising with that. But like I've said before, though, I'm confident that with Raven at the wheel, they will keep an eye on things and keep an eye on the feedback they're receiving and hopefully make tweaks as necessary. Another thing I'm glad they brought back is the ground loot colour coded rarity. That's easy for me to say, and just being able just being able to see the loot so much better. Like it's just so much nicer to see that orange text box next to a gun, and you know it's going to be solid flow loot. And the more I write this script, the more I begin to realise how much this feels like the real Warzone 2.0 we should have had last year. Like, it's honestly night and day with Raven running the whole Warzone show. If you played a ton of Warzone 1, it'll generally only take you like a handful of games to get that muscle memory back. You'll feel so much more confident pushing enemy players without the clunky movement. You'll know if you get a heavy bolt action sniper, it'll be able to one-shot enemies without needing a special type of ammo. You can actually see contracts on the ground now because they're laptops and not wee Nokia 3310s. You will have a good time because it's just fun. And honestly, in my short time playing this game, I really didn't have that many kills or quote unquote good games, but I had fun. I had fun despite me being teamed up with playtesters who at times felt like they were like actively sabotaging me. You know, that's pretty huge, I have to say. And you know, I really do hope players give this new Warzone experience a chance, because I totally understand if you were scunnered with how Warzone 2 launched, stunk the place out for months until Raven got behind the wheel. So uh, they slowly but surely made things fun again, but I know it was too little too late for a lot of players who invested so much time into Warzone 1 and have so many great memories on it. So if you treat this era of Warzone like a fresh start, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, and you never know, it might even get some of the old lockdown squads back online if they continue to improve the game from what I played. And also a massive heads up that Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep are apparently returning in 2024, so you Resurgence players will be in for such a good time with that. I think that could mean at some point in like spring 2024 that the pool of maps we have to play with will be URZIKSTAN, Vondel, Rebirth and Fortune's Keep, which would be some amazing map rotation. So definitely let me know in the comments the main things you're hyped about, and especially let me know what you're concerned about, because with Raven in charge of the game, they're the most likely to listen to feedback and implement any necessary changes. And lastly, I have to say, as a COD fanboy for over 16 years now, I have to say thanks from the bottom of my heart for supporting me and also allowing me to live out my dream and showcase these games for you early. Hopefully we're in for a good year. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.